Hi, this is Trish doing a Friday vlog. Camera's a little off centered, but sorry. But it's Friday, and it is, I believe, the 26th, or is it the 25th? I don't know. It's Friday. the last last Friday of the month of September. I'm doing a vlog on what's been going on just in our family life and with Jordan. Jordan's very busy, as you guys know, because he hasn't been uploading. He only uploaded one game video and his introduction video. Sorry about that. Hopefully he'll get to uploading soon when he gets a little more situated with his college schedule and his soccer schedule, because he plays soccer for college. And that's every day. He does that every day, between practices and games. But we had a very interesting week. You guys who are from around here, like Massachusetts and around, not just Massachusetts, but Connecticut, Rhode Island, you probably heard it in New York. We had an incident yesterday at Jordan's old high school and Sean, his brother's high school that he goes to. There was, fortunately nothing happened, but there was a threat of a shooter at the school in our little town here. I guess nobody's immune in this country of threats, and luckily, unfortunately, nothing happened. I think it was just a hoax, some kid did it. They have the kid who did it actually in custody. I think he's out on probation today. It was, it was through a social media website, something like, it wasn't Facebook, but it's very similar to Facebook, oh gosh, Daisy just jumped on the couch and moved my camera, sorry. It was through Yik Yak, which is a Yap, I guess, for social media for kids to contact, like Twitter. And it's a website where, if you're not familiar with it, I just got familiar with it yesterday. You could go on it. It was made for mostly college students. You're supposed to be 17 years and older, and young kids wanted to, I know that. But and it's anonymous, where you could comment and be anonymous, which is not good, because there's a lot of bullying going on there on that website, which I don't like. I've heard from teachers and school staff. Sorry about the camera, it's not focused. Okay, better. School staff, and they've had problems with online bullying with that because it's anonymous. Obviously the cops and government could find out who it is. That's how they found out about who the threat came from. This kid that actually went to little high school and graduated with Jordan last year. He's 18, so he's in deep trouble. Even if he did it as a joke, which I think he did do it as a joke, but nowadays you can't joke about stuff like that because it's serious. People, even if you're joking, people do it and have done it. Obviously, it happened in Connecticut a few years ago here near Massachusetts, where it actually, there was a guy who shot a whole bunch of children and teachers and administration. Very sad. So it's not something to joke about. So yeah, he's in big trouble. And then I have actually a little clip I'll show you. Last night, so this happened yesterday with a school, and last night I was coming from picking up dinner because I didn't cook. I didn't feel like cooking, and two cops stopped me. Didn't know before, because usually I've gotten stopped a few times, not many, for speeding, going too fast. But usually I get a warning because I have a good, clean record. The only time I got a ticket in my entire life was when I was 18, And that's coming back from college. I was speeding on the highway, trying to get home faster to have lunch or something before I went to work. So I got pulled over and got a ticket. And that was the only time I got a ticket. So anyways, I get pulled over, and this cop, by two cruisers, two cops in our town. So the cop comes up to me and he says, asked me where I was coming from. It was 8:30 at night, and he had his flashlight like in my eyes glaring, and I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, I knew I wasn't speeding. I knew I didn't do anything like pass a red light or not stop, completed a stop sign. So I knew I didn't do anything wrong. So I was like, what is going on? So he pulls me over, the flashlight in my face, and he's like, where are you coming from, miss? Where are you coming from? And I kind of got a little attitude about it, and I mean, I wasn't rude or mean, but I'm just like, why are you stopping me? Like, what did I do? I need to know, because usually I know when I get stopped what I'm doing. Usually it's because I was going a little too fast, or I, passed a red light accidentally, or, going too fast. So usually I know. So he's like, oh, they got an anonymous phone call from somebody, whatever, that there was a suspicion drunk driver in the vehicle I was driving, in my car. Like, they were saying I was drinking and driving. I actually started laughing and giggling, because I am like the person who doesn't drink. I never drink. And if not that I do drink, but not like a drinker. I'll drink once every 3 months. Maybe I'll have a drink if I'm with friends at home or go somewhere or at a wedding. But I'm like, I have a limit of like one drink. I drink one drink and I'm good. And usually that's it. I'm done. Because especially if I don't want to get sick, and I'm not used to drinking, so I never drink. And I'm one that is very, very against drinking and driving. I mean, okay, it's okay to drink and drink whatever, but don't get behind the wheel, call somebody. Like, I am the designated driver for, usually if we go to a wedding for my husband and I, because not that he, but if he has a couple, a few drinks, I'm like, no, I'll drive, because I don't drink. If I do, it's probably just one. If I do, if that. And I used to be the designated driver for all my friends when we were younger. Like, I never drank. I had soda, never drank. So, it was weird. So, I'm like, who called you saying I was drinking and driving? I'm like, are you sure you have the right car? And they're like, yeah, they got your license plate and everything. And I'm like, what? And it was 8:30 at night. So, I'm like, well, yeah, they said you were acting weird in the car and you were drinking. I'm like, drinking? Okay. I was drinking iced tea. I usually make iced tea or lemonade, and sometimes I'll bring a cup with ice and iced tea in my car, and I'm drinking it. Not against the law. You can drink iced tea, soda, whatever you want in your car. So I'm like, yeah, I was drinking iced tea, and I gave it to the cop. Like, do you want to check it, make sure it's iced tea? And he's like, no, I'm fine. I'm gonna check your record. I check my license and my registration. And I was like, could not believe it. So he goes and leaves, goes and checks my license, comes back, says everything's fine, clear, nothing's on my record, whatever, which I knew. So I was just like dumbfounded. I was like, why did they call? What did they say? What did the caller say? Like, oh, you were just acting weird, and I'm like, well, I was in the car, like when I stopped at a red light or a stop sign, I had my music on, my Portuguese music. I had my Portuguese music on. I was like bobbing my head, and I had here's a glass. I'm going to show you the glass I had, because I have lemonade in it, actually a little bit of this drink. The plastic cup. And it's from the kids when they were younger, and they used to go skating, and they used to get these cups full of soda. So here's the cup I had. It's a plastic cup, and here I have iced tea in this also, again. And I had, so it's a big monster cup with a straw. Oh God, I'm trying to show it to you. Yeah, with balloons on it, a kid's cup. So I got stopped because I was drinking out of this cup, iced tea, by two cruisers. Unbelievable. At first I thought, I mean, I got stopped in Ludlow, or where the town we're from, Massachusetts, in Ludlow, and it wasn't a secluded area or anything. That it was like a main road that I got stopped on. So there was a lot. It was 8:30 at night. There was a lot of traffic still coming in your houses. So and plus there were 2 cruisers, so I felt safe. But I was like, at first I'm like, oh my gosh, at first I'm like, if I had gotten stopped in a secluded area by just one cruiser, I would have, like, not stopped. I would have gone to the police station, because you always have to be careful, because you hear these stories that people get stopped or women get stopped in the secluded area, and it's not really a cop. It's somebody trying to, take advantage of the woman or rob her or do something to her. So that's what I thought. I'm like, is this a joke? But, he was just doing his job. But, yeah, I got stopped because I was drinking out of a plastic Kids Cup iced tea. And I was listening to my Portuguese music and, whatever, just kind of like going, oh, or singing. And somebody thought I was drunk because I was happy. Because I was happy in my car.
Police officers at Ludlow High School today after a threat was posted on the social media site Yik Yak, and there was an arrest. 22 News reporter Cy Becker found out how the school and the town handled this internet threat.
There was an increased police presence at Ludlow High School Thursday. Ludlow High stayed open despite a threat posted on the internet.
I received a call this morning around 12:30 in the morning advising me a particular post that was posted on a social media website. As a matter of fact, students contacted the police department to advise us of that.
School Superintendent Todd Gosda notified parents through the robocall system.
The first thing is the safety of our students. And so discussing it with members of the police department, I determined that although the threat had been made, that the nature of it was such that the possibility of danger to our students was low.
Superintendent Gosda told 22 News more students were absent from school Thursday than usual.
He called her to come and pick him up because he was so scared, and she opted not to bring her son that's in the middle school to school today. She says, I'm keeping both boys at home.
And then later, Thursday afternoon, Ludlow Police Chief Pablo Madera said police had arrested 18-year-old Matthew Kurtz of Ludlow. He's accused of posting the threatening message. In Ludlow, Cy Becker, 22 News.
Matthew Kurtz is not a student at Ludlow High School. He was charged with threat to commit a crime and making a false report concerning a firearm.
My 2-year-old has this habit.
Go get it. Go get it, Nina. Daisy, go get it. Come here. Go get it. Go get it. Nina. Go, Daisy. Go, Nina. Go, girls. Go. Go, girls. You guys are crazy, you two. Go get it, Nina. Go get it. Go get it, Daisy. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? You guys are psychos. Go, girls. Oh, she's gonna get you. Oh, goodness. You guys playing rough. What the heck? Nice, Nina. Nice, Daisy. Oh, shake it, shake it. Give kissies to each other. Give kissies. Daisy Duke. Aw, kissy, 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 good girl.